Welcome everyone, bonjour tout le monde, and welcome to Chocolat Voyageur's YouTube page. So after some consulting with fans, I've decided to look at one of the processes of bean to bar chocolate, and it's called winnowing. So winnowing allows us to take the beans, which I will show you in here, and to take the husk off. So these beans get triaged and put through my champion juicer to get cracked. And then it allows us to take the husks off. So the husks are actually taken off with a winnowing machine. And the goal from the winnowing machine is to actually take the beautiful beans, as you see here, which is basically just nibs, so that we can make our chocolate. So I would like to introduce you to my winnower. So this winnower here was it was made by a carpenter online. As you can see, I'll show you closer. This part here where the funnel is where the beans go in with the husk, and with the suction from the sop vac, the nibs fall through this and go into the bucket, and then the husks, because they're light, fly through the system and then land at the trap. And this is all controlled by what you see here, these wood flaps from the front and the back. It allows me to control the airflow and the amount, and as you can see, the shop vac is attached to it. So I'm going to take you through the process of looking at this so you can get a look at it and see how it separates itself. So let me just put on my, and then I'm going to take my bowl. As you can see, we're in the kitchen, and there's the husk and the nibs together. So as you can see, we get with the wind, and then we get separated. As we get separated, slowly go down. And then the bucket. So I'll bring you to my workstation here, and you can see there's 3 piles. The middle pile is the pile that just comes out of the window. So in it, you'll see there's still some shells and the nibs together. So after the winnowing process happens, which can be once to 3-4 times, I then sort them, and you'll see here that these are basically maybe with a little bit, just the beans. And then the husks get divided here. So if we open up my bucket here, you'll see that this is the collection of nibs that is going to make my next batch of chocolate. So when I have enough nibs, which for this recipe will be 3,350 grams, I'll be able to make another batch of 70 Doc Loc from Vietnam. So when you're sorting these nibs, it can be time consuming depending on how sticky the husks are to the nib, and sometimes it's super quick. So part of the time length that is taken to make chocolate is done in the winnowing. Now there are different machineries available as you make chocolate, but with someone like me at a small capacity, this is wonderful, and my batches are still small. Now when I get larger and I'm at batches where I'm making a 25 kilogram batch, or especially a 100 kilogram batch, if I choose to get the refiners that size, what will happen will be that I will actually buy a bigger winnower capacity. But for now, my winnower was done with lots of love and actually pieces of material that the carpenter had. So it's all leftovers, and it works beautifully. And when it starts not sucking very well, I do 2 things. One, I clean my shop vac. By cleaning it, it really helps the cocoa dust to get out of the filters. and it really helps. And the other thing is you can clean the inside, the top of the winnower itself, because sometimes it gets collected there and it can create more space. So part of being a bean to bar chocolate maker is having hands-on experience with everything you do, and this is one of them. And I have a love and hate relationship with winnowing, because when it goes well, it's fun, it's meditative, I enjoy seeing, getting to know my beans and the nibs. And then when they're really stuck, it can be really frustrating because it can triple the time it takes to do it. So that's just nature, and it's all good. But this is one of the steps that I do every single batch. And again, it can take me as little as 6 to 8 hours, and it's taken me up to 20 hours for a batch. So there's really a lot of room there. And we can vary that and make that better by different things like roasting temperatures. And like I said, the cracking of with the champion juicer really helps because it really breaks down the husk. So if you're interested, I'd love for you to comment on our YouTube page, and I can answer definitely some of your questions. Stay tuned for more little how-tos, and please like and subscribe our page, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bonne fin de semaine, et merci beaucoup pour avoir joint notre vidéo, et on espère que vous allez tout bien, et à la prochaine. Bonne journée.